Oh, speaking of that, did you see that thing I linked where my friend got Wings of Redemption's Times article framed? It costs $200. It's the link I put in the chat over there. Like show it, Zach. Like this cost him $200 to frame. That's how big of a fan this man is of Wings. Look how nice the frame is.
That dude, my diplomas are framed like at that level. It's got matting around it.
Yeah,
that's matted.
It looks really good.
Yo, he didn't go to Rite Aid and get a frame. That's
no, it's literally like a $200 frame job. Like it's professional.
For Wings, this article.
What's the article?
He's gonna put it on his wall next to his diplomas.
Someone fill Josh in.
It's a long story, but that we know that guy. He's like a notorious internet troll / guy who gets trolled. And recently, the New York Times did this article about how he gets sort of quasi bullied online and that sort of thing. And it's kind of a big inside joke. But this guy's gotten that framed. I guess that's the long and the short of it.
If he's a troll, I don't feel bad for him at all.
Well, I'm not going to go into the story. People don't want to hear me tell you the Wings Redemption story. Plus, I couldn't squeeze it into this 3-hour show.
There's
that we've
two
got
sides
here.
of this story, though. He can be a little grumpy towards his fans, and his fans can hit it right back. And you wonder if the punishment's worth the crime on both sides.
What was there a punishment? I guess I missed what happened.
Okay, so like they are taking Wings and acting like he's the Uvalde shooter, or he's the he's in Ukraine, or he's a journalist that just died in this thing. Every time there's a major event, they say that he's behind it, or they use his image. They, of course, harass him in real life. They've sent mechanics, prostitutes, pizzas, SWAT teams.
They pose as him and harass children. And get the parent, and then other people go and like report the fake account that wasn't really him to the parents of the children. So then the children get involved, and the parents end up making like TikTok videos like, this man right here is a predator. We need to get this man, Wings of Redemption. He's a predator. And it's like,
but why him? What did he do?
So for example, he yells at a guy he plays games with too much, right? Like, I hope your parents die in a car fire, sort of stuff. So does that warrant calling the SWAT team and sending it to his house? I would think not, but
probably not.
Here's the
asymmetric warfare.
It's he's a fascinating man. He really is a human character. There are several documentaries that have been made about him on YouTube that are like over an hour or two. If you search Wings Redemption down the rabbit hole, I think you'd be fascinated. They've heard us here talk about it just way too much, but the reasons that people dislike him, the reasons people give him a hard time are it's so many, and it's a span of years, right? Because like it's not like the people who didn't like him in 2011 are still around hating on him. Like there's a guy who found out about Wings of Redemption today, and he's like, where do I join up? He's like, wait a minute, you guys are in this together against him? Sign me the fuck up. I'm new here. Like there's plenty of guys who are like recruiting like daily. It's like the armed forces, right? There's been people retired. There's Purple Hearts in the Whale Watchers. There's it's the whole thing.
I'm gonna go down that rabbit hole.
It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, but
if there were a museum, I could be the tour guide.
Yeah, dude,
yes,
you sound
could be. Yeah. What is his accusation? Do we want to cover this? I'm out of the loop on what accusation is there against Wings?
Oh, did he say that I was addicted to Adderall?
That.
But why? What is the issue he has with you guys?
He used to be a co-host on this show, so we know him really well. He's been on.
Was I ever on the show when he was a co-host?
I don't think so.
No,
I think you were post Wings, but he was on the first, like, I'm making up a number, 300 shows, something like that. Like he was on here for a while, and I know him. He's my friend, but not all my interactions with him are positive.
What did he say?
Yeah,
I don't know what he said about me.
He said that you were addicted to Adderall. Is really all I know.
Yeah, that's what and the thing about that is like I've talked about like having issues with alcohol, smoking way too much weed. We just talked about like doing
LSD.
Too many mushrooms and humiliating myself at a Walmart. I've told that story. Why would I keep my secret Adderall use a secret? I don't know. I've talked about having prescriptions for Adderall since I was a kid, but I haven't gotten like a prescription filled like a second time in my adult life. I don't think. I just occasionally get a bottle and then use it sparingly over the course of like years at a time, like taking them like on moving days and stuff. So the idea that I had an Adderall issue was just comical. And like, how would he know, right? Like he's the guy who doesn't know what marijuana smells like, right? Like, and he's all and like, look at the glass house he's coming from, where his own brother is like the ex-con for like being a drug dealer, and his little sister was doing drugs too. Like they're all pillheads over there in that trailer he lives in.
So
I don't
you're
know why
saying
he's like,
you've been accused of being a druggie by a subject matter expert.
I mean,
That's the framing I'm going with too.
That just made no sense to me, because that's the one thing that I've always been so careful with, is like not taking that stuff regularly. I think I was saying like last year that I think the best way to take Adderall is like maybe once a week, so that it actually works.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a weird thing for him to say. Just kind of throwing something at the wall, seeing if it would stick.
Yeah, and I definitely didn't do it like during my last fitness thing. I remember I think like mentioning that I could get a prescription to Adderall to Derek one time, and he's like, "Oh no, that's like a nuclear option that's not healthy and not conducive to anything good." And I was like, "Oh, okay, good to know." Like,
well, when's the last time you even talked to Wings? Like, we text we text every day. I can't remember the last time you even mentioned Adderall ever. Maybe like a year ago.
I haven't talked to Wings in I don't even know how long. Maybe that night we played PUBG together, like 6 years ago or something, 5 years ago. I don't know. I don't know his number or anything, but I don't know why he's like randomly makes up stuff about people, like when he has so many issues on his plate already.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you mean? That's exactly why, dude. You know what I mean? It's easy to deflect away to other people. If you if there's a ton of shit coming to you,